Hello YouTubers, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to do a video on how to solo Radiation Rumble. So I'm here with my other character who won't be playing. Just so you know, you guys should be familiar with a run with two characters. But I don't think that should make a difference. But anyway, I'm going to solo it. I'm going to give you a couple of tips. And you're going to need some decent weapon like a shredder with bash damage. You can use the green perk card if you want. I don't typically put that on. So let me kind of run through a couple of things. The main person that you want to actually protect is going to be sitting over here. Generally the person on this stage is the one that you're going to want to protect. You're not going to want to run around and do anything. Again, if you're able to do this by yourself, you can do whatever you want. It's just because of the amount of ghouls that come in so quickly, and if you lose the last scavenger, then you lose the event, and not the end of the world. You still get a whole bunch of XP, right? The other thing that I typically do is I make sure that I have no radiation. So you want to actually get to level 1 if you want to actually get the event done. You can't really get more than that. You won't be able to get to level 4 for the decent rewards. You need to get to level 3 to start getting the decent rewards. But this is really, how do we solo the Radiation Rumble, get the event done, and get a bunch of XP, right? And that's what we're going to attempt to do today. So the first thing I want to do is we are going to run down the tunnel, and the tunnel that I'm going to run down is this guy here. So if I'm facing the stage where the Mariam is starting, this is a tunnel. If you collect all the ore down here, you'll get to level 1. You only have to run down the tunnel once. And the reason that you want to do that is if you start running down multiple tunnels, you're going to start, the scavengers are going to take a lot of damage. Now, if you collect just the one bit of ore, then the scavengers will fight the initial ghouls, and then you'll be able to run up, and the Marian, I think it's Marian, or whoever the machinist, one of them won't have taken a lot of damage. They might be down a quarter bit. Anyway, let's get started. As you noticed, I have got no radiation in terms of my health. Okay, so we're going to start the event. We've got 20 seconds. And again, I'm going to run down this tunnel on the right here. I'm facing the stage over there. Only the scavengers are going to be fighting. I cannot play two controllers at the same time, so ignore that other player for a moment. Okay, so before we start, I typically come down here. And when it gets about 3 or 4 seconds, then I start running in, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this wall at the back here. There will be one ore appearing right over here. I'll grab that ore. Now the scavengers are going to be fighting. As I said, I'm going to grab this second one here. Grab this one over here. Grab this one over here. Grab this one over here. This one over here. This one over here. Just kind of do a circle, yeah. You notice my radiation is about halfway, so you kind of want to beat that. That's why you need to have no radiation. So if you are bloodied, you're going to have to just get rid of your radiation for a moment. Okay, so there we go. We collected all the ore. We're going to run back up. You can see my machinist is taking a bit of heating, a bit of a beating there, right? So I'm just going to go up and just kind of sort this ghoul out here that's killing it. So kind of protect the guy that has the least amount of health, I guess. So if it's not this machinist, then you kind of want to actually protect whoever is the healthiest, right? So you can see that there's two there. You kind of choose from: the scrap collector and the machinist, which is about halfway. But before I do that, I'm going to go dump the ore here. And you'll notice I have now level 1 rewards, which means I can actually get the event completed, right? Now, like I said, you want to protect this one here, which is a machinist. You can see she's 50% health already, which isn't great. It's not too bad, as long as you don't run anywhere else. If you start running down the sides and some ghouls make it up, she's going to lose some health here, right? So you kind of want to stay here with your shredder. Just take out these guys, yeah, make sure, just keep an eye on your health there. Now, it's tempting to run down and take out this ghoul at the bottom, and I've done that before, but I tend to lose the event if I do that, right? So I'm just going to stay here and protect this, the machinist here. It's really tempting to go run down there, let the ghouls come up to you, and just protect this guy here, right, on the stage. Whoever you're protecting, right? Stay with your scavenger that has the most likelihood of surviving. Now, if you have the shredder, of course, you can just melt them. Make sure it's a shredder with bash damage. It does not have to be a vampire. You can roll a shredder with 50% bash damage very easily. Probably take you less than 10 tries. Of course, getting a vampire with bash is ultimately the weapon you want. It's not, I paid attention there. Didn't do too much damage there. I'm still okay. So the ghouls will come up on the stage. You don't have to move at all, as long as you protect this last guy here, right? I do notice when I'm playing solo, some of the we did see the Snellygasters show up. They don't generally show up. For some reason, the death claws. I think it's kind of a little bit of I'm not going to say RNG. I think it's clever enough to almost either they just don't make it up and they're stuck in the tunnels and they don't come up, or they just don't always tend to spawn, right? So I don't necessarily always see the death claws or the Snellygasters most of the time. But as you saw today, the Snellygasters definitely showed up. But we haven't seen any death claws, which typically we would have seen by now show up. As long as you stay on the stage, you're fine. You'll kill any ghouls. Like I said, if you don't have a decent weapon to kill them really quickly, you probably won't survive. If you are gonna, if you do have a weaker weapon, get the perk card that gives you extra damage on glowing ghouls. It's under your perception, I think it is, but it'll give you up to, I think, 40% extra damage. So if you are struggling with the ghouls, just load that up before the radiation rumble, and that might help a lot in terms of killing the ghouls with whatever weapon you decide you want to use. So as you can see, I've lost probably like half of that quarter health that was left there. She does take a lot of damage, but when you got 34 seconds left here, very easy, very quick. As long as you stay focused, as long as you stay on the stage, you could do it. If you have an OP weapon, then of course do whatever you want. Stand at the top, shoot. You know, obviously with this is really meant for people that don't necessarily have the overpowered weapons, right? And there you go. That's how you do it. I hope you found that useful. If you did, hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section if you got any better ideas or which scavenger you prefer to kind of protect. And, you know, maybe you're able to get up to level 3 or 4. You know, tell me what you guys do. But this is kind of what I do, and it's kind of a decent amount of XP. If you're playing in a private world, and you know, you get all the goals and all the enemies to yourself, which is kind of cool. Anyway, thanks for watching.